Yesterday's No Kings protest was not at all a showcase of democracy. It was a demonstration of the misuse of protests, bad timing, and just simply confusing priorities. I saw a movement that claims to speak for the people, but ended up giving cover to chaos, distraction, and no responsible citizenship. If you care about the government doing its job and not playing political politics, you would make sure your focus is on reopening the government, on delivering for the people who rely on it. This is going to be a good one, so make sure you like, comment, watch to the end, and subscribe for daily news updates. It means the world to me, and don't forget to share. So the question is, what is their end goal? What do the actions of the protests, what is it going to lead to for them? To call for a government shutdown? Wait, the government? It's already shut down because of Schumer. Take Trump's power away? Well, that's not going to happen. And we've seen how the US was in complete shambles when Trump wasn't in office. The message surrounding this protest is very unclear. You can tell that the No Kings protest event, it wasn't something built to let's fix what's broken. It was more so on the lines of, wow, look how many of us are upset and angry. They poured all of their energy into making a statement instead of making a solution. And that right there is the core of the issue. The No Kings protest was a disaster. Not necessarily because it was violent, but because it was mistimed, misfocused, and undermined the very thing it claimed to be. I want to look at this clip of MSNBC using an old video and getting it to make everyone think that it was the actual numbers of the No Kings rally, when really it wasn't. Just ridiculous.
Boston's oldest park once again becoming a stage for a new kind of revolution, one that protesters here today said is about protecting community and where they're from, and also democracy. Thousands descending on the Boston Common.
It's where America started. It's where the American Revolution happened here. It was the original point where we overthrew a king.
Crowds gathering to protest against President Donald Trump's administration, including Mayor Michelle Wu.
We have a federal administration hell-bent on seizing power without regards to the truth, the laws.
ICE raids and upholding democracy, taking center stage as policies and politics being protested.
We have to stand up for democracy and for justice and stand up for the people that are too afraid to stand up.
This is part of what being in a democracy is all about, is giving people an opportunity to speak about what is of value
Millions
to
of people
each
across the country marching as we speak against the policies of President Trump. This is Boston. Look at that. We'll continue to follow these rallies throughout the day here on MSNBC.
As we can see in this clip, MSNBC wanted to portray that the numbers were much larger than they actually were. There's no reason to do that. There were still thousands of people that came out for the No Kings protest. But what did they do? They lied and used false accounts. They used a video from Boston in 2017 of a completely different protest about a completely different topic. It was nothing related to this issue. And it makes you wonder, can you trust what MSNBC is putting on their news platform? Now, let's take a look at this clip of a TikToker giving her opinion on the No Kings protest that I personally enjoyed and agreed with.
I just want to say that you all look really dumb having another No Kings protest. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I mean, talk about just a bunch of greasy, unemployed communists running around talking about fighting back against fascism, when I can't help but notice how rich and how hypocritical that is. Because who was it again? Which party was the party that called for censorship, that called for politically persecuting opponents, controls the entire mainstream media and all of the narratives, threatens people who doesn't agree with them, and believes it's justified to kill people and celebrate the deaths of people that they don't agree with? You know, the people who are like, comply or else, or we should be able to take your freedoms away for the greater good. Yeah, you. Look in the mirror. You are everything you claim to be against. You are the true fascists.
In that video, the young woman made a lot of good points. Some things she points out is who controls the narrative, who wanted censorship on our social media, who's actually the one looking at our social media and seeing what's get out of there. There's only one party who has done that, and we all know who it's been. Another point that she said that really stuck out to me is she said that they are actually the real fascists that we are fighting. Everything they claim to be against and trying to break through and work through, they're actually it. We know that the Dems are the ones who wanted it like that. And if you look at it, they're the ones who are actually running it as if they're kings, not President Trump. So who's really the enemy in this situation? Next, I want to look at this very disturbing clip of a woman at the No Kings protest saying that for her birthday, she wishes for President Trump to die. Watch this.
So this is your birthday, so you came out on your birthday, you thought it was important. Tell me why.
Absolutely, because I have two little boys who deserve a bright future of freedom and democracy, and this is a nightmare that I'm living in, and I'm here to make a difference and to be loud and proud, and there's no other way I'd want to celebrate my birthday than with my parents and my best friend fighting for our country.
So, okay, so for a birthday present, what do you hope happens? You know, you wake up tomorrow morning.
I hope that I see the obituary that we're all waiting for tomorrow. That's what I hope for.
You wishing that President Trump is dead?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
In that clip, we see a woman there. It's her birthday. And she's telling how she's here. She's protesting on her birthday. She doesn't want to be anywhere else. Why? She's a mother of two boys, and she wants them to live in a world where they have that freedom and peace and love. But then the whole script is flipped. The interviewer asks her what's one thing she wants for her birthday. And she said to wake up tomorrow and see an obituary that everyone is waiting for. When did this protest about love become wishing death on someone? That is just purely evil and nasty things to say. Yes, it's good that you want to protest and you want to be there for your children. But celebrating death is not the way to go. For me, this also just shows the mindset of the people at these protests. Why are they hoping for something like that? When did we ever hope to wish that someone is dead? Someone you've never met, someone you don't know on a personal level, someone who's not physically hurt you or your family. Why are we wishing death on them? So when I say disaster, this is what I'm talking about. The fact that people can go out there, can say things like this, and warp the minds of everyone. The influence of this protest, it's not aligning with the message they say they're trying to preach. It doesn't look like this is the same event they were referring to. What is your purpose of hoping death on someone? What do you get out of that? What does the protest get out of that? Nothing. They're doing all of this to create and add to the chaos and the problem, but none of them are giving any solutions. I want to take a look at this tweet that is extremely disrespectful and insensitive of a school teacher pointing a gun at her neck, mocking Charlie Kirk. Let's read this. Meet Lucy Martinez, an elementary school teacher from Chicago who thought it was funny to mark Charlie Kirk's death. This woman teaches children. Lucy is now the perfect face of the No Kings movement, a movement that preaches love but celebrates death. Evil will always expose itself.
Hey! You ever heard of Ozempic, you fat ass? Hey! You ever heard of Ozempic, you fat ass?
From seeing that tweet and the photo, all I can say is it's disgusting. That's all the words I have. It is truly disgusting. This is an elementary school teacher. From K through 8th, she is teaching our 5-year-olds and our 13-year-olds. The most formative years of a child's life. How can you call yourself a teacher and you're spreading all of this hate? If she was a teacher of my child, I would pull my kid out of her class immediately. This is not a game. This is not something fun that your students should even see. When did peaceful protesting become mocking someone's life? When did that ever happen? Who made that a thing? Our teachers, who are teaching our future generations, who only deserve to have a bright, happy future of learning and exploration? No. We can't have people like this there. And with the social media we have nowadays, I wouldn't be surprised if she lost her job. This type of protesting is the type that is just petty. It's going back and forth, tit for tat for everything. It gets you absolutely nowhere. The only place it gets you is out in the media, getting bashed, and having no solutions once again be presented. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time on KW Lawholic.